Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Amx Racing taking the Pro 2 trucks to Lernerville for a club racing action tonight. I am Frank Monak. I'll be calling the racing for you up in the booth tonight. For those who are not familiar with club racing, it's something AMX does in the off season just to provide some track time for the drivers and just have some fun. So, as of right now, it looks like we got 14 drivers in the session. 16 will make it the feature, so as of right now, it looks like everyone's going to transfer. But still got about 3 more minutes until we bring them all in and do some heat racing. So format for tonight, looking like probably going to be 2 heat races. My apologies. And if things keep as they are, no need for an LCQ, we'll go right into a 35-lap main event. So if you missed last week, we wrapped up our Asphalt Street Stock Series on the off-road tracks. Solomon Boschner was able to secure that win. So congratulations to him. Nick Nowak jumped up there as well. I believe he took second overall, and Anthony James snuck in third. So really fun, quick season. I think it was just 4 weeks we did. Enough to knock the cobwebs off the cars and go have some fun. So, but we're looking forward to tonight. Like I said, Pro 2 trucks here at Lernerville, fixed setups, so everyone's going to be pretty evenly matched. And looks like Taylor getting... Oh! Thank God it's practice. So got about a minute left. I'm sure admins are over race control right now, going through the rules for tonight. Pretty much everything I briefed you as far as what's going to be happening. So it should be some fun racing. Lernerville always seems to be fast and competitive. And if you have never tried a Pro 2 truck on a dirt oval track, it is a lot of fun. They're very forgiving, and they can take a hit. They don't spin easily. And they're a lot of fun. It's very popular within the league. Hopefully, beginning of the next year, going into probably late. Late winter, early spring, do a formal 6-week. Oh, geez, that was pretty impressive there. So. Sorry, I do a 6-week series, so Nick Nowak had me distracted there. Or, excuse me, that was Anthony James we were watching here in warm-up. So, overall for warm-up, it's going to be no qualifying. It's a random draw, but our fastest lap times in practice here, looks like Nick Nowak was out in front with a 18.4 best, and then Patrick Solari right behind him and Chase Greer. So, we'll go ahead and move right into what will be Heat 1. So Heat 1, like I said, 8 laps, top 4. Everyone's going to advance tonight as it looks like. So it's going to be Garrett Ensnor at the front, followed by Braden, Derek outside, starting second row, Nathan Pepin, Cole Perkins, Patrick Solari, and then Anthony James will round out Heat 1. So we wait for the trucks to get released to do a pace lap. And it will be Garrett bringing us to green for this first heat race tonight. And I'll tell you what, 8 laps go quick here, so really drivers just trying to get into a good position going into the main event tonight. So it should be a lot of fun. We'll see if the pace car is going to take him one more time around. Looks like that is what he will do, so drivers get one more chance to kind of see it before we go green flag tonight. It'll be interesting to see Patrick there starting fifth. He was one of the faster guys in practice. We'll be looking forward to see him move up the field as we wait for Braden and Garrett to fire. Looks like that's what they're going to do, coming to green. Garrett and Braden, looks like Garrett maybe pushing a little wide there. Everyone's just kind of figure out where they need to be. It's like Derek's getting pushed up a little bit, going to fall back in position there. Garrett seems to be in pretty good command early, where he wants to be. Patrick, like we talked about, moving up very, very quickly. All but, 2 laps took him to get up there. We'll see if he's got anything to grab Garrett. Got Derek peeking as well, with Anthony James trying to get up underneath him. Looks like Anthony's not going to be able to get the drive. But really the action's right here with these two, Patrick and Garrett. As the outside definitely seems to be the preferred line if you want to carry momentum around this track. Garrett looking low, Anthony James trying to get a run on the high line there. Doesn't look like too much. Someone, nope, that's just Patrick running about all the berm he can get there. So he's got a pretty comfortable gap right now, about a second lead over Garrett, with Derek right behind him. It's saying battle for first, but really when you look, it's really Garrett and Derek, with Anthony now looking here as well. See if Anthony can't get something working down low. Derek getting a good drive on that high line. Great clean racing. If this is a sign of things to come, I'm really excited going into tonight. As it looks like Patrick is going to grab the white flag this time by. All eyes right now are on these three: Garrett, Derek, and Anthony. Running real well. Anthony's going to try the low line again. Garrett's going to try to rail the outside. Patrick's going to take the win, but coming back here, it looks like it's going to be Garrett, Derek, and Anthony, your top four, and then Jonathan Pepin, Braden, Lemire, and then Cole. Doesn't look like he was able to start, so that is unfortunate, but let's go ahead and get ready for heat number 2 as we wait for these guys to grid on up. So heat 2 is going to be Michael Olson. Next to him, Nick Nowak. Second row, James Foster, Tyler Malug. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that decently. And then it's going to be Taylor Vandenbush, Quentin Johnson, and Chase Greer. It's going to make up the field for heat number 2. Again, 8 laps. Everyone's going to advance, so we don't have to worry about that. Waiting on the trucks to get the green light from race control to enter the track. Taylor's always got a good paint scheme. I've always appreciated how he paints that truck, and looks like he's got the iRacing short course wrap on there, getting ready for tomorrow. iRacing short course Pro 2 National Series is going to be going to Wild West, so you can catch all the action there on iRacing Short Course's YouTube channel. They are broadcasted through Race Spot, so be sure to check them out, give them support. They always do a lot of good things for AMX, so we love to pay it forward when we can. So we'll do another lap around here. Nick Nowak was your fastest time in practice. So we're looking to see if he can maintain that lead. But Chase Greer has always been fast in these trucks. Taylor Van Bush always shows speed. So I have a lot of expectations in this heat. So again, everyone's going to transfer. So just really going for a position at this point. As Michael Olson will take us to green. This time by. And he fires. Green flag is dropped. Nick Nowak running that high side. Michael making the low work. Oh, looks like the 15 of Tyler up and over the bankment there. Hopefully he's able to get going. Eyes are on these two. Quentin Johnson sitting third at the moment with Chase Greer inside of him. But unfortunately, it looks like Nick Nowak got shuffled back a little bit. He's running fifth, but hopefully going to be able to make up time here quick. Ooh, looks like Chase kind of having to get out of the throttle there a little bit. Taylor Van Bush now putting a run on Michael. So Michael really smooth through 1 and 2, getting a good drive off that top line. And, ooh, he drops that tire, so he's going to have to get going again. That's going to surrender the lead over to Taylor Van Bush. Quentin right behind him with Chase Greer in third. Nick Nowak getting a good drive on the inside. He's going to be able to hold it and take third away from Chase. See if Chase has anything to answer back with. It seems like both in Heat 1 and Heat 2. Second place seems to be where everyone's eyes are at. As Nick's still getting a good drive, making that inside work. We saw in Heat 1, it looked like the outside line was faster, but Nick making it able to get that rear tire to hook up as he's going to take second. Looks like Quentin went a little high there. Chase is going to battle Quentin there. Out front looking at Taylor Van Bush again. We got 2 more laps to go. About a second and a half lead over Nick Nowak. Quentin Johnson behind him, as they are more or less kind of single file at this point. So Taylor Van Bush is going to take it around one more time. Good performance out of Nick. Felt like a really quick heat too. Taylor Van Bush is going to be your Heat 2 winner. Nick Nowak behind him. Quentin taking third. Chase Greer. And then Michael Olson. Tyler. And then looks like James Foster, unfortunately, was either late to the party or something happened there. So what we're going to do there now is a couple laps of warm-up just to let the drivers work in the track. And when we grid up, I will come back and we will see how the feature plays out. And I forgot to mention, I got the chat up for the warm-up, so if you got a favorite driver out there, be sure to give them some love in the chat. We're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, so be sure to let them know you're in the audience, you're rooting for them. And again, I want to point out, if you are new to AMX, we are a community-based league on iRacing. We love taking the Pro 2 trucks and dirt street stocks to off-road tracks, and vice versa. Sometimes run the Pro 2 trucks on ovals. So change it up a little bit. You're always more than welcome to check us out. Come to amxiracing.com for all the links to our Discord and calendar and all the fun events we do. Like I said, in the next couple weeks, we're going to have our 5th annual Turkey Bowl, where we pretty much celebrate Thanksgiving by doing what any racing fan does, race cars. So be sure to check that out. We welcome you guys to come on out and participate. All the information, again, will be made available on amxiracing.com or the AMX iRacing Facebook page. We look forward to seeing you guys out there. Alright, got about 30 seconds worth of practice here. Drivers, I'm sure, are getting pretty comfortable with what lines they're going to want to run. As far as fast times, looks like Michael Olsen is going to be your fastest with an 18:44. Behind him, Chase Greer, 18:52, and then Patrick Solari, 18:52. So Taylor Vandenbush, Anthony James not too far behind. So a lot of fast drivers tonight. It's going to be fun. So with that, we'll go ahead and bring in the trucks and get them lined up for tonight's main event. Looks like as they get their last couple laps in. Looks like they haven't thrown the checker yet, so I'm not sure how much time they gave them for warm-up. Traditionally, it's been 5 minutes, so it's possible they've extended it out just a little bit longer, being that this is a open-hosted race, and just giving drivers a little bit more track time. So I'm sure they will take it where they can get it. We'll take a look right now at just Nick Nowak. So we do a couple laps with him. And you'll see right there, that's going to be the dangerous spot. If you go up and over that berm, it comes around on you quick. So drivers will definitely have to be aware of that tonight. Make sure that they don't run it too high. But as you saw, the high line is the fast line, at least right now through the heat races. So it's going to be very tempting to run that for sure. But it can get costly very quick. Take a quick look here. Chase Greer ran really well in his heat race. Last time around was an 18:61. His best was an 18:52. Second place for practice, essentially. So definitely one of the favored here tonight. Kind of going down the list, looking at Patrick right now in the 99. One of the Just a Trim boys. a team owned by Taylor Van Bush. And Solomon, who normally runs with us, unfortunately wasn't able to make it out tonight, but he's Taylor's teammate. And like I said, he won last week's asphalt street stock off-road mini-series, so he ran really well. Anthony James, one of the league admins, running strong tonight. So I'm going to take an educated guess here and say we're probably doing 10 minutes of warm-up, which leaves 2 more minutes until we bring them in. We'll also look at Nick Nowak here. He's a AMX admin as well. One of the founding fathers of the league, so to say. And, geez, yeah, you put him in a Pro 2 truck on oval, he is dangerous. Quentin Johnson getting ready to celebrate tonight. I think trying to size up that podium right there. God love the confidence. Taylor, I believe he's a gentleman who just joined the open hosted session tonight, so welcome, Taylor Malug, I believe is how you pronounce it. I apologize if I'm butchering names, but glad to have you. Same with Garrett Edsor, I believe is how you pronounce that. Another name I don't recognize, but always good to have some fresh people out here. Braden looks like he's trying to make some room next to Quentin there. Looks like a little bit of a dispute over who's going to be your champion tonight. But no, it's going to be a fun race tonight. I am excited for it. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in, whether you're on the AMX iRacing.com website or Facebook if you're joining live there. Same with YouTube and Kick. We're excited that you guys have joined us. I know you have a lot of choices when it comes to what to tune into on a Tuesday night, and we feel honored that you have chosen to tune into AMX iRacing. So with that, let's go ahead and get ready for tonight's main event. Starting off and leading the pack, it's going to be Patrick out front. Outside of him, Taylor Van Bush, Garrett, Nick Nowak, Anthony James starting row 3, Quentin Johnson outside of him, Derek Rucker, Chase Greer, Jonathan Pepin, Michael Olson, Braden Lemire, Tyler, and looks like we got a couple more. James Foster and Cole Perkins will round out the field. So 14 drivers, healthy showing tonight as we wait for the pace truck to lead them on out. I gotta admit, those are some good looking trucks underneath the lights here at Lernerville. As the eyes will be up front as we do the parade lap here. Taylor Van Bush, Patrick Solari, Nick Nowak, top 3 coming into the main event tonight. Like I said, it's going to be 35 laps, and drivers do get a fast repair if they need it. So a little bit of saving grace. Our racing cautions are turned on. So hopefully cautions don't come out unless it's a multi-vehicle pileup. But so far from what I've been seeing, racing has been pretty clean. So looking off the back bumper of Taylor Van Bush as we go into 3 and 4, getting ready to go green for tonight's club race here at AMX. Patrick getting a good jump. Taylor a run on the outside. Nick Nowak behind him. A little bit further back, looking at Garrett, Quentin, Anthony James. Pretty good, healthy stack of cars right there. Most everyone making it clean through these first 2 laps. Looking at Nick Nowak right now with Quentin behind him. Taylor Van Bush sitting second, looking to take that top spot away from Patrick. Let's go ahead and throw in the drone and see what it looks like over these vehicles. An awesome shot. As Anthony James trying to get a drive to catch up to Chase Greer. Michael working the inside of Anthony, keeping it clean, looking really good. A little bit further back, 9th place, you got James Foster. Ooh, one of them's up and around. Didn't catch the number there, but that's going to give everyone a little bit of a jump up there. Garrett, oh, and James goes up over the berm. Oh, as that's going to be our first caution of the night. Let's take a look and see if we cannot get a sense of what happened there. It looks like it was Garrett. Coming in, maybe just coming around a little bit too much. Oh, looks like the 53 of Quentin was already there, so not sure what happened there. There we go. So Garrett's going to go into the pits, get that fast repair. Patrick's going to lead the field as we get ready to refire. Looks like able to make it 5 laps in before the first caution comes out. That's pretty good. Like I said, these trucks can take a bit. You're able to kind of really lean on your neighbor. Not that that's really what you want to be doing, especially in dirt oval. Different etiquette here that a lot of these drivers are used to, as opposed to running Pro 2 and Pro 4 off-road and off-road tracks. So, but a lot of these guys do run dirt oval in real life, so they're no stranger to what's expected. So we'll see if they're going to do the Delaware style restart, or if they're just going to go ahead and double it up, which looks like that's what they're going to do. Just keep it simple tonight. So Patrick, Taylor, Nick, Chase, and Patrick fire, get a good little step or a little gap between him. In second place, Taylor Van Bush. Nick Nowak looking on the inside there. Further back, Chase Greer getting a good run. Going to clear Anthony James. As, ooh, really pushing the top side there for Chase. Able to make it work though. Look like, oh, the number 5 of Derek is up and over the berm. Hopefully he's able to get that going and keep us green. Chase having to get on the brakes. Everyone kind of having to check up. Looks like one on the inside wall there of 3. See if he can't get that going, or if we're going to go under caution. The 24 is up and over of Chase. We know he's been kind of flirting with the Let's ride on board real quick with Nick Nowak. See what it looks like doing a lap or two. He's currently sitting third, trying to run down Taylor Van Den Bush. But really able to keep those RPMs up on the outside there. Let's go back, looking at 5th place, Anthony. Quentin getting a good drive on the outside, the number 9, or excuse me, that's showing 9, but that's Michael. And looks like we're back under caution. See if we can't figure out what happened there. Looks like Derek running low and just getting up and turning the 15 and up and over, and that is going to draw the caution. Go ahead and let these guys sort it back up. Looks like Patrick will be in command of this restart. Just waiting on the lights to go out on the pace truck there, signifying that will be 1 to go. So overall, really good racing up front. Patrick, Taylor, Nick, and Quentin really remaining dominant right now. So lights are off. We're going to go green this time by. Go ahead and get them stacked up. See if we can get a longer green run. As we will wait on... Looks like Patrick is going to be the control vehicle. Being on the inside there, we'll see when he goes to fire. Yeah, he does. Bringing the field to green. Taylor working the outside. Look at that, the 53 Quentin getting a good run. I don't know if that kind of caught Nick off guard. Nick's going to be forced down low, but Nick's been able to run that inside line pretty well tonight. Taylor and Patrick were running really well. Really, the eyes are on this battle right here for third. The pack kind of catching the tail end there of Patrick. Take a look at this view here. Going into 3 and 4. This is what your top 3 look like. File will come back to 4th place Nick with Michael inside of him. Chase Greer up to 6, making a decent recovery after going over the bank. Anthony running 7th. We'll kind of hop back up front here with Quentin giving a good inside run to Patrick. Looks like Patrick's going to be able to get the drive. And, ooh, park it in front of Patrick. Patrick's going to answer by coming down low, slide it back up in front of him. Quentin showing his professionalism there, seeing that, transitioning down low and getting a good drive off the top. This is a good battle for second place right here. And I'm sure Taylor's appreciating seeing all 4 of those drivers more focused on each other than they are right now on him. So he's going to capitalize on that as we complete number 17, starting 18 here tonight. Nick Nowak and Michael Olson Side by side coming out of 2. What are they going to do coming into 3? Looks like both going to pretty much run the high there. 1 rejoining, so glad to have that driver back on with us. Let's go ahead and jump on board with Michael Olsen, staring at the back of Nick Nowak. Nick in 3rd. Michael 4th, but Michael's not going to be content with that. So hopefully he's able to make something happen here. And, oh, Michael getting up. Looks like he's able to stay out of the way of Anthony James, get going again. But that is how quickly that top side berm can wreck your night. Looking here at Patrick. Looks like Taylor Van den Busch opening up about a 1.5-second lead. So he's going to be pretty comfortable here for a while. But back here, 3rd place Nick Nowak with Quentin closing the gap again. Chase Greer in 5th. And beyond that, kind of running single file at the moment. Oh! Not sure who that was going up. Might have been Anthony. But fortunately, it looks like they were able to get it going again. Nick having a great running tonight. He always runs really well when you take the Pro 2s to some of these tracks. So I've got Quentin Johnson sitting 4th. Throw the drone over Quentin, take a look at his line choice tonight. Oh, we do have a caution out. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened there. Showing Tyler as being involved, and yeah, it looks like just Anthony James coming around. Probably him stopping on the track is what probably drew that, so unfortunate, but we'll go ahead and stack them back up with about 10 laps to go, it looks like. So I bet you Taylor Van den Busch is not happy to see this caution come out, because he, at that time, had about a 1.5-second lead over 2nd place, so I'm sure he's pressure's back on him now for the moment. And then Patrick, in true fashion, it's going to be right outside of him. These two have pretty much been the show this evening. So lights are out on the pace truck. We'll come around one more time, and it's like this time it's going to be Taylor Van den Busch who's going to show us when we're going green. Behind him in the 2nd row, Nick Nowak and Quentin. Chase Greer and Tyler behind him. We wait for, yep, and there it is. Taylor Van den Busch. Gonna go all the way down on the accelerator. Run it low. We'll see if Patrick's gonna be able to run that high line. Ooh, Patrick shoving it low, gonna push Taylor up wide. That's gonna allow Nick and Quentin to start to maneuver. Ooh, as Quentin gets into the back there a little bit. Able to sort it all out. And just like that, these three pretty much going for 2nd place right now. Sorry, but these 4 go for 2nd place right now. Oh, it's like the 53 of Quentin up into the wall again. I think that's the 2nd time he's done that. Wall is not favoring him right now as we fly overhead. Watching this battle for second. And then fourth place right behind them. Nick diving it low. See if he can't make anything stick. A little bit further back, Chase Greer just waiting for that opportunity. But Patrick gonna throw it, or excuse me, that was Quentin. I got lost on the numbers. My apologies. Yeah, that was Quentin throwing it in there on Patrick. Nick Nowak waiting patiently for a chance to make a move, and he's going to strike just like that. As Taylor Vandenbush extends it out to just over a second lead, so he wasted no time reestablishing that gap, because I'm sure he wants no part of this back here, as laps are very quickly ticking down here. So that little bit of contact there. Nick getting into him. Oh, are they going to be able to keep it? Awesome recovery by all the drivers tonight. Nick being able to keep it straight. And looks like going to get run high a little bit here. That's what I was talking about with the Pro 2 trucks being able to lean on each other. It's all these drivers are competitive. If you give them an inch, they will try their best to stick it. So looks like Patrick's gonna throw it low. That's gonna drive. Was that Chase maybe up into the wall? I didn't quite catch the number there. Quentin's gonna step out a lead, or looks like a almost 2-second gap over Patrick. Taylor Vandenbush is gonna come by and grab the white flag this time. But we're going to look back here as Michael hits the wall. Nick Nowak's going to be able to get around. We'll look back up front as Taylor Vandenbush running a very clean race from his standpoint. So we come around, grab the checkered flag tonight. Going to Taylor Vandenbush, Quentin Johnson behind him, and Patrick rounding out your top three. Overall, fantastic racing. As we wait for them to come around. And let's take a look and see how it sorted out there at the end. So as far as results go, it's going to be Taylor Vandenbush taking the win tonight. Quentin Johnson, second place. Patrick behind him in third. Nick Nowak showing a good race tonight, managing a fourth. Chase Greer, fifth. Garrett, sixth. Tyler at seventh. Michael Olson in eighth. Anthony James, ninth. Braden, James, Derek, Jonathan, and then Cole being credited there at the end. So that is how it shook up. Let's see if there's anybody waiting in the waiting room for us, and looks like we do. All right, I am joined with third place finisher Patrick tonight. Patrick, great race. It was fun watching it up here in the booth, and I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts were as far as how the night went for you and what you thought of the competition. Please take us through it.
Anytime you can run with these guys, you're pretty good. But it's always fun to run with them. Not used to running with them on oval as much, but but it's always fun. It makes it tough when you got the caliber of guys that are in here.
Yeah, well, you had quite a battle back there with Nick and Chase, and I'm just kind of curious, what those last couple of laps, especially after that last caution, kind of what was going on in your mind.
My thought process was if I can stick door to door with Taylor going into 1 and 2, I'll get a run on the high side and throw a slider in 3 and 4. Well, Taylor expected that and he blocked the slider, and so then that let Quentin get a good run on me, and I was trying to hold him off and having to check up a hair for him. It just got me back in that next wad and made it a little bit of a cluster there for lap and a half, whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, overall, it was a great race to watch, and it's always a joy when you come out and race with us. It's always fun to watch your skill. You're really a professional driver on the stream, and we love having you. I'm sure you got some people you want to thank, and I'll let you do that and go back to celebrating.
All right. I'd like to thank everyone here at AMX for always putting on a great show. You for streaming it. I'd like to thank everyone with Just a Trim, Taylor, and everyone for bringing me on board there a couple years ago. Everyone that sponsor or helps him and the team, Refuse to Lift Media Productions, Buchanan's Paints, K&K Contracting, Eagle Eye Detailing, MDI TV, and AMX Racing. I would also like to thank everyone with the Real Car, Beckley Drilling and Blasting Services Inc., Kevin Bailey DDS, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, MCMB Banks, Access Health, S&S Industrial Maintenance, Right Way Auto, Abco Performance, Lost World Caverns, Bazell Race Fuels, Access Custom Decals, Excel Contracting, Race City Performance, and Redline Nation Racing on YouTube.
Oh, very good, my friend. Well, I look forward to seeing you on the next one, and you have a great rest of the evening.
You do the same.
All right. Now pulling to the booth, second place Quentin tonight, running really well. It was fun watching kind of you try to close that gap on Taylor up there, and looks like towards the end there you kind of was able to develop a gap yourself. But I'm just kind of curious what you thought, as far as how the night unfolded. What was kind of going through your mind? What was your thought process and strategy, especially there in those last 10 laps after that caution came out?
So my strategy was just to come in here and have some fun, and run my lines, what I normally do. And I come from a background of racing street stock, so it kind of helped. So the top and 3 and 4 was literally like if you got off the gas, you were going off the track like you guys seen earlier. And so I went back deep in the field and just kept running the top, and I could just watch everyone in front of me spin their tires, and that's what I was getting them is because they were all spinning their tires, and I was just easing into it. But that last 10 laps was hectic because Patrick come to slide Taylor, and he kind of stayed on the bottom, so I kind of got a little run on the top of him, and he kind of drifted me up, and I'm like, uh-oh, so I backed up, and we kind of made a little contact, but no harm, no foul, I guess.
Yeah, well, overall, it's always fun to watch you run these, and I saw multiple times during the race tonight where you can see your experience play out, where you can almost see things unfold in front of you, and how you maneuver and place your vehicle to either avoid a situation or put yourself in a situation to capitalize on someone else's mistake. So no, it makes for just fun racing all around, and it's always fun to watch you
Right.
run. So with that, I'm sure you got some people you want to thank, and I'll let you do that, and I'll let you go back and celebrate with everybody else.
Yeah, I want to thank the whole 906 crew. We get on, and all we do is run continuous laps. It doesn't matter what car we run, we're running continuous laps. I want to thank AMX for putting on this race and all the series they put on. I'm looking forward to Turkey Bowl. Let's go.
Absolutely, that's we're excited to put that on because that's always a fun event. So hopefully we'll see
Yeah.
you out there, and yeah, bring the
Oh, you'll
906
see me.
boys.
I've been trying. They're
Good
all
deal.
all busy. But
Yeah, it's summertime, it happens. So, but hopefully when things wind down,
right.
we'll get you guys out here and keep you running with us. So with that, I'll let you have a good evening, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Yeah, you too.
You've got mail.
Oh, Taylor Vanden Bush. Seems like every time I talk to you, it's because you are winning. Uh,
Indeed.
Man, it seems like, especially that second half there of that race, your goal was just to get out front and stay out front. Was that kind of the game plan going into tonight?
Yeah, when we had that last restart, Patrick and I were throwing sliders on each other on the first lap back, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to stay down low, and then I'm going to protect that slide, and that's what I did, and I never looked back.
Yeah, it's.
But
I think I even made a comment during the stream that, especially that last caution that came out, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the last thing you want to see right now because you opened up. I think it was about a second and a half comfortable gap over Quentin, and I'm sure you were bummed to see that evaporate. But man, did you open that back up?
well, yeah, Quentin was on the move tonight, man. I was just watching my mirror, making sure I'm hitting my marks, because I knew if I was to make a mistake, he's going to be right there.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, I'm sure you got some friends, family, and all those people you want to thank for making this happen. So I'll let you go ahead and do that and put you back up so you can keep celebrating with everybody else there in the AMX Discord.
Well, first of all, I think just chilling, obviously. Look out to see what we have for Turkey Bowl coming up. Um, uh, K&K Contracting, Eagle Eye Detailing, and AMX Racing, and then of course Frank for broadcasting and throwing up this awesome website and broadcast for us.
Well, good deal, my friend. Well, yeah, like Quentin pointed out too, I'm excited for the Turkey Bowl, and we'll push out some information on that here soon for all the audience and drivers. And with that, I will let you go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll catch you on the next one for sure.
Oh yeah, thanks, Frank.
All right. Well, I think with that, we are just about done here at Lernerville Speedway. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It's been a joy. Again, my name is Frank Monak. I've enjoyed calling the action for you, and we will see you on the next one.